Hey, what's happening? Barnaby here, along with my buddy, Dr. Jeffrey Chamberlain, who is a family doctor. You know, we're talking about diabetes a lot these days, Doc, because more and more people are suffering from it because of lifestyle and diet. And so the big question is, once diagnosed as a diabetic, can you ever get rid of it?
With type 2 diabetes, the answer is yes and no. Once you have diabetes, you're always going to be at risk to have diabetes. But at the same time, there's things that you can do to eliminate all the problems associated with your diabetes. Recently, a little while ago, I had a patient of mine who he had really high blood sugars, a brand new diagnosis of diabetes, and I told him, your sugar numbers are horrible. We're going to need to put you on some medication. And he looked at me and said, you know what? Give me 3 months and I'm not going to need medications. And so I told him we can do this, but he's going to have to make some changes. I told him you're going to need to exercise on a regular basis. You're going to need to cut all the simple sugars out of your diet, get rid of any type of sweetened drink, and you're just going to need to make dietary changes, eat more fruits and vegetables, and just be healthy in general. And he said, I'm going to do it. And 3 months later, he came back. His numbers looked incredible. They were awesome. And he told me every single day except one that for the last 3 months, he ran every single day except one. He's making the dietary changes, and it really made a difference. And we're not giving him medications for the diabetes. His blood sugar numbers look normal, and so he's essentially cured. That being said, if he goes back to his old way of living and gains the weight back, his numbers are going to head back up in the wrong direction.
So as bad a news as diabetes 2 is for a person, it could just be as simple as the bell going off in your body saying, hey, wrong lifestyle, got to get more active. So it's a wake-up call.
It really is. Type 2 diabetes can cause a lot of health problems, and if you have it or got diagnosed with it, you just got to make the changes in order to protect yourself and help your long-term health and really feel better too.
Yeah, you know, you talk about high sugar numbers. It would be possibly stress-related as well. I mean, that's another leg to the stool.
That's true. Stress increases blood sugar numbers. It's not something that's all in your head. It affects your whole body. There's a part of our brain, it's called the hypothalamus, and it reacts to stress. And it just knows, is there stress or not stress? And when there is stress, it releases a bunch of signals to the body. One is it tells our adrenal glands to make cortisol, and the cortisol tells our body to dump sugar in the bloodstream. And so it tells our liver to make more blood sugar, it tells our body to release our sugar stores into the bloodstream, and it really jacks up our blood sugar numbers. So in the long run, trying to alleviate stress and live a healthy lifestyle that way really can help with our blood sugar numbers also.
Well, and kind of to round out the equation as we all strive for a more healthy lifestyle, a lot of people look to supplements because that is so important. If you're changing your diet, subtracting some things that were once bad for you, now it's like, what do I put in its place? And so what supplements might you recommend for diabetics?
Supplement-wise, there's a couple different supplements that have good evidence behind them that they do help with our blood sugar numbers, and the main one is cinnamon has a lot of research behind it, and there's studies that show that people who take cinnamon on a daily basis, it helps lower their blood sugar. It lowers what's called the hemoglobin A1C, which is an average blood sugar over 3 months. So there's good evidence behind cinnamon. Magnesium, there's good evidence that people who are low in magnesium, and diabetics tend to be more low in magnesium than other people, if you replace the magnesium, that it can actually help their blood sugar numbers also. So if you have diabetes, either taking cinnamon and magnesium or taking cinnamon and getting your magnesium levels checked would be an important step to take.
Wow. Being a human isn't all that easy, is it? It's about diet, it's about exercise, it's about living a balanced life. And for that, you can kind of forestall some of the ills that are being visited upon so many of us in this day and age.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's all good advice always from Dr. Jeffrey Chamberlain. And so for that, we appreciate your presence here on HelloLife.net, where it's all about matching your commitment to a healthy lifestyle. So check back as often as you can.